Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Tempo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The Seahawks were the most penalized team in the NFL last year, more than 9 a game, and now they've got 1st and 15. Throwing again here, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
This is Howard on second down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
12.
Out of the gun. Gone. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. So on 4th down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Gone. We got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That was Rashad Penny trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Goff on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, 14.
On third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. First down, Seahawks, Wilson to Baldwin. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. First and 10 at the 14. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go play action with Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Goff now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
Tiger. Hardball.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
76.
Second and 10. Goff again. That is caught by Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Goff now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Boost the team.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And got his man complete. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 48 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And Josh Hill has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have a monster.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it first and goal at the 6. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Now a first down throw. Gone. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, gone. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And that one results in 35 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Zero. Tempo.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action now. Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Goff. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Tyler Lockett, he's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. To throw on 2nd down is gone. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 95.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go to work. Come on. 19.
They go play action here on first down. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now the spin. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The offense on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Welcome back now here in London. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
DC.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything?
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Leaves it for Petty. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Here's a give to Penny. Down right around the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Zebra.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Penny will try to punch it in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game. I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
14.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Looking for Woods that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Anybody's coming. Watch him. Alert.
Now Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Murray, the lone setback.
Check right. Check nickel. 12.
He'll get it up the middle. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.